Good afternoon. Thank you very much, Brian, for that introduction. At the Maryland State Highway Administration, safety is our #1 priority. We define roadway safety through 3 major E's: engineering, education, and enforcement. And while engineering efforts help to guide pedestrians and drivers safely, we count on drivers and pedestrians to know the rules of the road, obey traffic laws, and make the right choices. Unfortunately, we all know too well the heartbreaking tragedies that occur when that does not happen. Last fall, State Highway Administration engineers started a roadway safety audit along the US 1 corridor to better understand the travel patterns along this main street in downtown College Park. During the course of that study, 3 tragedies occurred along US 1. And we partnered together with the University of Maryland and the other members of the community that I'm standing here with today to expedite our traffic studies and create some short-term improvements along this corridor. We rely on the science of traffic engineering and national guidelines to help direct our engineering decisions so that we can develop the correct solutions and solve the challenges that we're working with, similar to what the medical field does when a doctor might use lab tests and experience and standards to make decisions on a patient's care. Today, I'm proud to stand here with President Lowe and Councilmember Olson, Mayor Fellows, and Chief Mitchell as a team fully committed as a vested partner in these major improvements along US 1 that I'm going to walk through now. First and foremost, we will be lowering the speed limit along US 1 to 25 miles an hour between south of Guilford Road and Berwyn Road. This will be complete by the end of July. In addition, we will be placing a fence along the median of US 1 between Knox Road and Hartwick Road, and that will be complete by the end of August. In addition, we will be installing a flashing pedestrian signal at the intersection of US 1 and Hartwick Road. This device will provide controls that will flash yellow along US 1 and flash red along Hartwick Road. When activated by a pedestrian, the signal will turn all controls on that intersection to a solid red, indicating to drivers to stop. And the pedestrian will then get an indication that they can safely cross the roadway. Design is underway for this pedestrian flashing signal, with anticipating completion and installation by the end of October. In addition to these improvements that are underway, we have already completed several enhancements along this corridor. We've repainted all of the crosswalks along US 1, installed new pedestrian signs to alert drivers to the heavy pedestrian activity along the corridor, placed curb markings mid-block along the curb that say no pedestrian crossings to deter the jaywalking that's occurring out here. And we've modified the intersection timing to reduce the wait time for pedestrians and allow more opportunity to cross the roadway. In addition, the pedestrian indications are now automatically called up. The pedestrian doesn't have to hit the box to let them know that they can cross. They're already part of the cycle for the signal itself. Design is also underway for a new flashing yellow light and a sign that will notify drivers to expect pedestrians in this area. The plans are underway for that, and we anticipate as well that that will be complete by the end of October. We're also installing pedestrian countdown signals and upgrading the existing lighting to an LED light that will be a little bit brighter in the area. And by the end of the year, we anticipate installing additional enhanced lighting along the corridor. The fact is, we know that these engineering enhancements, while in a step in the right direction, cannot serve as the only solutions here, not when the driver and pedestrian behavior are major factors in the traffic safety equation. We are currently working with the university on the Walk Smart College Park effort and the comprehensive education plan to remind drivers and pedestrians to follow the rules of the road. As we work with the university and our other partners, SHA reminds pedestrians in College Park to look up, stay alert, use marked crosswalks, and follow the pedestrian signal indications. Designate a responsible friend to remain sober and make sure everyone gets to their destination safely. And at the same time, drivers have a responsibility here. We remind them to remain particularly alert along this corridor in US 1, follow the posted speed limit, and stop for pedestrians. By following the rules of the road and looking out for each other, we can prevent crashes and save lives. Thank you very much. President Lowe?
Thank you, Administrator Peters. The improvements that Melinda Peters has announced today will make a dramatic impact on the safety of Route 1 next to the University of Maryland. So on behalf of the university, I want to thank her. I want to thank the officials of College Park and the officials of Prince George's County for this huge step that we're taking today to increase safety along Route 1.
Thank you. I'm Eric Olson, a member of the Prince George's County Council who represents College Park. I want to thank Administrator Peters and State Highway Administration, as well as President Lowe and the university team, the state leaders like Senator Rosapep and Delegate Frush, Mayor Fellows, law enforcement, Chief Mitchell, and the Prince George's County Police as well. These are some major steps forward on pedestrian safety. Lowering the speed limit to 25 miles per hour will make an incredible difference through downtown College Park, where we have heavy pedestrian traffic. And having a pedestrian-activated light at Hartwick Road, which is right in the heart of our downtown, is going to have a great effect for pedestrians to get back and forth across Route 1. We're working to discourage jaywalking. And these improvements make our downtown much safer. And I just want to thank everyone for their collaboration and cooperation. I also want to thank our county's DPW&T and our county leadership. Thank you. Mayor Fellows.
I'm Mayor Fellows, Mayor Andrew Fellows, City of College Park. We want to thank the State Highway Administration, the University of Maryland, the Prince George's County for working with us to improve the pedestrian safety and safety of everyone on Route 1, which is our main street. It's our downtown main street. The measures that you heard announced that will improve our public safety, but it's also part of a revitalizing of the downtown that's really going to make this a great college town and really a safe college town for pedestrians and everyone included. So I wanted to thank everyone for this, and I also wanted to thank the city officials for. We're going to be, tomorrow night, we're going to be speaking about expanding the use of speed cameras in the downtown area to appropriate hours to make sure that we're adequately enforcing the speed limits along Route 1, as well as participating in education and enforcement efforts. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. With me is Major Dan Weishauer, the commanding officer of the County Police District 1, and Captain Dave Lloyd, the assistant commander. And you've heard our president as well as Administrator Peters talk about engineering, education, and enforcement. We will continue our educational campaign as we prepare for over 30,000 students to return to our university beginning on August 22nd. Along and in partnership with the Prince George's County Police, we will continue our added enforcement on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday nights from 9 p.m. until 3 a.m., where we will have officers on foot in the vicinity of Knox Road and Route 1, enforcing the law, conducting educational checks with pedestrians, and using radar to enforce the new lowered speed limit to 25 miles per hour. In the last month of our semester, we had over 800 such contacts, and they paid dividends. We noticed a change in pedestrian behavior. We also saw a lowering of the motoring public through the Knox and Route 1 intersections. In the past 2 years, we've arrested over 500 drunk drivers on this highway in the vicinity of College Park. The motoring public can expect us to continue those enforcement efforts, as well as our educational campaign to keep our campus and our city of College Park and our community safe.